Off Work Sports, Mikey B. Hey, if anyone of my 46 subscribers watch my videos, what did I say about the Denver Nuggets? What did I say about this team? Looking at the headlines, Doc Rivers, no magical Game 7 speech plan for the Clippers. Okay? This is what we're seeing. We got the two top guys. Clippers not panicking despite blowing the 3-1 series lead. This is a talk of urgency. This is the talk of big name players don't give you big name championships. Okay? This is another testament. I don't want to go there. Frank Nurse, what he did with Toronto and the squad that he had versus what the Clippers have. Question marks all around. And the issue, I think, is, and it's not really Doc Rivers, and you got to put some blame there, but it's having star players, and what the hell do you do with those guys when you got too many big damn names on a damn team? LeBron made it work because LeBron is the magic of basketball right now. At the end of the day, the man puts everybody in the game, so he's a different type of superstar. It's a different type of flow. Okay? Different type of time. Dave East, right? That type of stuff. It's just different. LeBron James, you bring him on any team, he makes a lot of other players better. You know you'll get the ball. He's a triple-double warrior. Now, when Kawhi Leonard comes to a team, no offense, and the team is not hell on bent, set on defense, he's not the assist man. Paul George could be, but is not the assist man. Okay? They're the same type of ball players where they need the ball in their hands to be effective. Okay? Strike one. Let's get into it and look at the numbers. Quickly. Nikola Jokic. Didn't I say he was a top offensive center in the NBA? I'm gloating right now. I'm gloating. Didn't I say he was the most dangerous center in the league? Tonight, 16 points, 22 rebounds, 13 assists. Let's go next. The man at Canada, Jamal Murray, 40 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. The guy that has changed the scope of the whole output for the Denver Nuggets, the unsung hero. Let me tell you, when Gary Harris came back to the squad, once again, it was a whole different type of time. Gary Harris, 14 and 6 rebounds. Let's keep going. Millsap, I'm telling you, if they can get... Paul, I love you, man, but let me tell you, they got a kid by the name of Noah Vonleh on the bench. They got Bobo. If they can get any of those guys, Paul's 35 years old, man. He's very savvy, but I'm telling you, if they can get one of those guys down here, and I'm seeing them, I know they are. I know these players. I know what they're capable of, even Plumlee. If they can get some minutes for those guys down there to come in and take some of that 32 away from Paul Millsap, they will be the most dangerous squad in the West, and they'll have a nice draft pick next year. I'll say it right here first. I love Mike Malone. Jaden McDaniels is your pick from Washington. No doubt about it. Jaden McDaniels out of Washington is the pick for the Denver Nuggets to fill that shooting guard slot. Big 6'9", 6'9", 6'10", another enigma. They know how to draft these guys. Next up, we go down to the list, okay? Jeremy Grant, incredible improvement. If you talk about most improved player, it should be Jeremy Grant. It should be Jeremy Grant without a doubt. It is what it is. 14 and 5. This is the kid from OKC that they let go. Big dummies, by the way. But, Danilo Gallinari, former Luka Doncic. But anyway, Grant puts up 14 and 5. He's gained a 3-point shot. He's gained my confidence. I didn't really like what I saw, but he's good enough, all right, playing that forward role. Torrey Craig, 6 and 6, great defense. defensive anchor for this team. That's why he's in there. Don't expect the scoring. He's there for defense. He's doing his thing. Mike Porter Jr., hey, man, this game could have been a whole lot worse if you came up. And 2.7 rebounds in 15 minutes with the talk that you had and the talent that you have, unacceptable. Yeah, I'm still going in. I still got to go in. It is what it is. Mike Porter Jr., not enough points, all right? 2 and 7. Get into Monte Morris. Hey, for a backup guard, he's been very, very good, okay? Exceptional from Mr. Morris. Great job from him. I still think they need Dennis Smith Jr., okay? I love Dennis Smith Jr. on his team. I think it brings them a level up. It brings them one step up, always improve. I think Dennis Smith Jr. is their guy. But Monte Morris, not bad. Mace, Mr. Plumlee, 1 point. 8 minutes, not enough minutes. They could utilize him better, right? There's no guard there. There's no creator except the best creative center in the league in Jokic. Obviously, you see the 13 assists. If they could get a guard that has a little bit more vision because of the talent they have on here, it would be totally deadly. Yes, I have to go on and give them the improvements they need for the Lakers because they have all the pieces. PJ Dozier, again, nice third guard. I like him. I like Monte Morris, there as well. If they bring in, Dennis Smith Jr., I hate to say I keep going there. It'll be interesting to see who they got to drop off. I think Mr. Dozier goes to the G League, even though he's also an exceptional player if given the opportunity. Okay, Bates Diop, a defensive maker, came over from Minnesota. I haven't seen much. Troy Daniels, another gunner. Mr. Cook, again, not much there. Noah Vonleh. Will Barton has been added on. I don't see him on a disable, and that's going to be a real X factor, folks. It's going to be a real X factor if Mr. Will Barton is back versus the Lakers. Watch out now. Watch yourself. Let's get into the Clippers. Let's go into the problems. Let's start off. I'm going to clear it off right here. Here goes the problem right here. See that name right there? His name's Reggie Jackson. Borderline All-Star, OKC, Detroit Pistons. How many minutes did he play? Doc, that's your problem right there. Doc, that was the problem. Sorry, buddy. It is what it is. That was it. You got talent like that on the bench. Beverly plays 30, okay? 11 points, 6 assists. 11 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, a defensive hellhole. I get it. Not enough. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, 24 points combined. They lost. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, 24 points combined. They lost. They lost. Okay? Zubac, 6 points, 2 rebounds. Okay? Zubac, 6 points, 2 rebounds. Not involving the kid as much. Tell you what, borderline, halfway house of Mr. Jokic. He's a halfway house of that guy. Why is he not playing? Explain it to me. Explain to me that game right now. All right? I'm going to continue on. Mr. Morris, the Morris twins, solid. 7 and 6. He's been solid all series. Montrezl Harrell came up big tonight. 20 and 3. Lou Williams, not enough. 7, 6, and 4. Needs to be at 15. JaMychal Green came up big. 11 and 6. Landry Shamet, why didn't he play? Like those silent moments. Landry Shamet, why didn't he play? Okay, I want to go a little bit deeper. If I look at the bench of the Denver Nuggets versus the LA Clippers, I'll be straight up with you guys. Okay, don't get mad. I know you see Lewis Williams. I know you see Montrezl Harrell, and it was a horrible shooting night for George and Leonard. Okay, horrible. But let me go back over. Look at the bench on these guys. Mike Porter Jr. Okay, Mike Porter Jr. on the bench. All right, you got Morris is solid. I love Plumlee as a Dennis Rodman, new age, right, doing all the little things. You got Craig, Vonleh. I hate to say, I guess I keep looking at Bobo, but Bobo doesn't play. I'm like, Bobo and Michael Porter Jr. are a much more exciting talent than Shamet, Green, and Lewis Williams. But when I re-look at it, they're almost equal. And matter of fact, advantage served to the LA Clippers. So the game came to two guys, and this is it, right? Horrible night. Horrible night. Leonard, George weren't there. This is why you gotta when you got a team down and out, you shut them down. You take them out. If you don't, this is what happens. Okay? This is what happens. Stat lines speak of everything. From the field, 34 for 90. Help me, God. 3-point line, 9 for 35, 25%. Didn't even shoot the free throws that well. 12 for 16. Offensive total rebounds, 37. I mean, it gets worse and worse as we go down. Lost on the assist side, lost on the blocks. They had more steals. They had less turnovers. They just couldn't shoot for a lick for the night. This is it. This is it. Stats tell the story. Now, as we come through the end of this and we look at the Nuggets versus the LA Lakers, LA Lakers better be very, very careful with this team. They have the length now on the LA Lakers. The big dogs are going to start playing a little bit more to guard Jokic. McGee, Howard, those guys are going to be chasing Jokic down all day. And he's not going to have an easy as time as he did with the Clippers and Zubac, mind you. Just remember that. Then you got Mr. Anthony Davis. So, on the numbers, I'm going to be honest, Lakers have a clear advantage. However, there's some X factors here. Lakers versus the guards on the Nuggets, and Murray has the advantage serve if he can get going, start killing Caruso, start killing Rondo. If his young boy can get going here, that's their advantage. It's going to be the guard play. Can Gary Harris get going? Can they be better than Caldwell Pope, Rondo, Caruso, and that team there? Danny Green, who's going to be playing a defensive anchor and probably be on Murray the whole time. They're going to say, Danny, don't worry about shooting. Guard the hell out of Murray. And I would actually put on Caldwell Pope, who's probably the most athletic guard that they got who could guard Murray. All right, Gary Harris, he's going to continue to improve. Now, where's the X factor at? I mentioned Porter Jr. I mentioned Plumlee. I mentioned they need to play Noah Vonleh. Bobo needs some minutes. Play Bobo some more. Okay. What about Will Barton if he comes back, right, for a quick 5-8 minute game, right, per game? What if they could get Will Barton back? I want him to come back injured, but what if they could get in Will Barton offensively unchallenged, can get to the hole as well, another ball handler that can make his own plays? Dangerous. Again, biggest mistake on the Clippers side for me, not playing Reggie Jackson. Just a bad shooting night for the two stars. It is what it is. That's what happened. Bad shooting night. Didn't come through. You can blame it on a lot of things. I'm just going to blame it on a bad shooting night and not taking care of business in Game 6. And this is what happened. So, All 4 Sports, I'm signing off. Denver versus LA Lakers. Is it a sweep for the Lakers? No, sir. There's trouble. And I'll tell you, yes, Denver Nuggets could be your West Coast champions if they can get a healthy Will Barton back for a couple minutes. And if they're able to play the bench. Bobo, Noah Vonleh, need to see some minutes. Need to take away from Paul Millsap. He's done enough to tell me he's at the end of his ropes, but he'd be a great player off the bench. All 4 Sports sign off. Peace.